Welcome in to Pritchard Park as we get set for another USL W League matchup between RKC Third Coast. This time they're hosting Chicago Dutch Lions. I'm Arnav Pokhrel. Shortly I'll be joined alongside Ben Hardcourt Harrison beside me in the broadcast booth. He's making his way up here right now, running around on the field, taking care of his job as well. But it's a chance for RKC Third Coast to rebound after two tough losses to Riverlight FC and Chicago Dutch Lions. Won't really mention the scores of those games. If you really want to find out, you can find them on the USL W League website. But it's a chance now, clean slate for RKC to get back in the win column. This is the team in the Dutch Lions. They have their only win of the season, RKC, against this very Dutch Lions team. So you've got confidence. You know that you can beat this team as you did a couple of weeks ago. But for the Dutch Lions, they're building off some momentum themselves. They picked up a win against one of the better teams in the division, against Chicago City SC. Also followed that up with a pretty good showing against Rochester in a game that was tied 3-3 for all the way until the 94th minute when Rochester turned home a 94th minute winner thanks to their star center mid and striker Ida Kardovic. Losing that one 4-3, but a lot of momentum, a lot of goals scored right now for Chicago Dutch Lions in the past couple of games. RKC starting lineup, we'll run through that for you here shortly. Starting in net, Micah Smith. Center back pairing of Ella Labarsky and Shelby Bush. Right back, Megan McNeely. Left back, Emma Paraskos. Midfield three of Ella Skelton, Natalia Stadler, and Brielle Rochester. On the left, up top, is Sophia King. On the right, up top, is Eleanor Piet. And the striker for RKC Third Coast is Molly O'Regan. For Chicago Dutch Lions, starting in net is number 0, Abigail O'Connor. On the left back position is Jessica Stewart. Center back pairing of number 14, Brittany Bugler, and number 13, Lucy Iverson. Right back is number 16, Grace Soltes. Midfield 3 starts with number 26, Ella Simpson, alongside Adriana Baruti and Georgia Liapis. And up top, at striker, is number 12, Katrina Bartelt. On the left is number 8, Olivia Anderson. And on the right is number 17, Sydney Malaga. It's two teams that are looking to climb out of the cellar of the Heartland Conference and need to do so with a victory tonight as we get the scoreboard updated here shortly. We get set for kickoff here at Pritchard Park. RKC Third Coast, Chicago Dutch Lions. Kickoff shortly, and we're underway between the two sides. Early on, it's Chicago Dutch Lions who carry the ball along the far side. Really bunched up play along that back line, and RKC able to recover and get out of the pressure. Looking to go up top to Molly O'Regan. She's someone who RKC will always look to play the ball forward to, as the ball works down the left flank to Katrina Barthel. Taken in. It's an early chance for Dutch Lions. Going for the chip. It's wide of the post. Micah Smith had her near post cover, and the ball flashes wide. 27 seconds in, and the first chance really goes to Chicago Dutch Lions. Well, Ben, bringing you in here, I mean, slow start right now for RKC. Just 1 minute in, and already Dutch Lions on the offensive, getting chances. I mean, how does RKC take control of this game early on?
Yeah, RKC just need to gain their composure. I know it's only been 45 seconds into the game, but that's not a great start. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how RKC really adapt to this Red Lions team.
Bush trying to play it forward, can't find a way out. And again, it's a goal kick for Micah Smith. Early high press coming from RKC Third Coast, from Dutch Lions on RKC Third Coast in the first couple of minutes of action between the two sides. And again, Dutch Lions win possession right off the goal kick, but flash it forward right past Micah Smith and out for a goal kick again.
RKC really struggling to get out of the back here. It'll be interesting to see if they deploy the long ball tactic later on in this game.
Micah Smith wants to go long and does go long this time, looking for Brielle Rochester, who gets a touch on it but can't control it. And again, Dutch Lions take control through the midfield. Lucy Iverson Iverson with the captain's armband today. Just finished her freshman season. Was a Division III All-American as a freshman in college. Has been a leader along that back line all season long, and it's breakthrough again for Dutch Lions to go down into the RKC goal box, but defended well by RKC to get the ball out of play. And it seems like early goings in this one, everything's being played in the RKC defensive half.
Yeah, RKC really need to get a grip of this game now, as they've made a couple silly mistakes at the back, and it's lucky they haven't conceded a goal yet.
Ball played out to the right, and Megan McNeely. Bush clears it away again, looking for really anybody to get the ball forward to, and searching for Molly O'Regan up top, but can't find her. It's out of play again on the far side. It'll be a throw-in for the Dutch Lions. Dutch Lions controlling possession on the far side, and stepping in is Brielle Rochester. Back in the lineup after missing the last couple of games. Rochester, a big addition to provide some stability in the midfield. That's seen a lot of changes this season. Just the last couple of games, you've had almost completely new midfields with players stepping up from the defensive ranks or from forward to drop down into that midfield space. But now you get, your established midfield in Natalia Stadler, Ella Skelton, and Brielle Rochester back, and players who are comfortable playing in those positions and played in those positions before. I mean, how big is that to just have players in those natural positions again?
Yeah, bringing that experience in certain positions, especially in the USL 2, where it's a very box-to-box kind of league, it's important to really just have that consistency in midfield and allow the rest of the team to play around you and gain some momentum in a game such as these.
Foul called, and it'll be a chance for RKC to set up shop, and Shelby Bush will stand over this one. She goes long, drives it out wide. Rochester gets a touch in. Cleared away by Dutch Lions. Well, first foray forward for RKC, and now a couple of good chances to keep the ball in the attacking half. Sophia King heads forward, gets another touch on it, but it's into the hands of Abigail O'Connor. O'Connor rolls it out to her left. One back in the midfield by RKC, but then turned over again. Rochester with good pressure applied, gets a second touch on it, but it remains just out of play. So it'll be a throw in for Dutch Lions on the far side. Bush clips it forward, mishit it really. And Dutch Lions gain possession back again. Into the midfield, a chance to drive forward for Chicago. Got options in front, and it's a chance to run onto it for Katrina Bartlett. Pass deflected out wide, but it remains with Dutch Lions. Skelton with pressure and draws a foul in the process. Ella Skelton able to win possession back for RKC.
That was a great counterattack by the Dutch Lions there, splitting the lines early and having a great opportunity to get a shot off at goal.
One back again. This time it's Iverson stepping in. Now played out wide. Sydney Malaga back inside for Dutch Lions, who have controlled possession here early. Moving up the right side, cross comes in. It's headed away by RKC. Remains in the field of play, giving chase. Player from each side, and it's shielded out of play by the Third Coast. And instead, now they're going to give the throw to Dutch Lions. So a chance for the Dutch Lions to continually put pressure on this RKC defense. Just 6 minutes in, and they really had the majority of the chances in these early goings. Now the offside flag comes up after the throw-in, so RKC will win possession right back. And so Shelby Bush will stand over this one for RKC. She'll go long. Worked up ahead and is headed well from O'Regan to find Rochester, but no space for Brielle Rochester to really fire a pass off. And one back again by Dutch Lions. Cross comes in. It's cleared away by Labarski. Bush with it now will get the second ball away as well. Cross comes in from deep and it's runs through the leg. Out wide again for Chicago Dutch Lions. Cross comes in. It's a good ball up top to Georgia Liapis, but one back by RKC and a chance to move forward for Ella Skelton. Space out wide for Sophia King. King through contact. Can't maintain possession, and now moving the other way is Malaga. Good connecting play in the midfield, but stepping in is Brielle Rochester. Skelton will play it back to Shelby Bush. And up top, Natalia Stadler runs through it, but can't maintain possession. Wins it back for RKC. Finds Eleanor Piet, but the ball runs out of play before she can get there.
Dutch Lions really connecting well in the midfield early on in this game and really stamping their style of play against RKC, and RKC are really struggling to deal with it.
Rochester wins it back again. Ball runs out of play. Throw in for the Dutch Lions on the near side. Jessica Stewart throws it in. Last touch off of Chicago Dutch Lions. It'll be an RKC throw-in. Into Skelton, who will drop it back to Paraskos, and Paraskos goes all the way back to Micah Smith. Smith away, first touch ball, but right into the path of Iverson. And Dutch Lions connecting really well in these opening stages. It finds Simpson. Now dropped off into the midfield for the Dutch Lions and working out wide. Jessica Stewart down the right flank, chased down by Sophia King. Ball comes in. It's a great ball in, but the touch brings the ball wide of the goal. It's a shot, but well off target for Chicago Dutch Lions, and Micah Smith will take her goal kick quickly. McNeely can't find space to clear the ball away. And once again, the Dutch Lions press has just been really effective in these opening 10 minutes.
Yeah, Dutch Lions are definitely dominating this game so far, getting some great opportunities and really trapping RKC deep in their own half, not letting them play out at all, and really just dominating all aspects of the game right now.
Cleared away again as there's a whistle blown for a foul. And again, Dutch Lions unable to take advantage of the offensive opportunities. That's been the story of the game so far. Dutch Lions getting chances on offense, just unable to tap them away or get chances in the final third. Ben, I mean, it feels like it's the story of both of these teams' season. You get these opportunities to build from the back, get in the final third, but then once you get into that attacking phase, everything just kind of falls apart.
Yeah, both teams have struggled early on in the season to score goals, but here we see on the counterattack.
Molly O'Regan steps in onto her left foot. She'll take a shot, and it's saved right into the hands of Abigail O'Connor. So the first official save of the game goes to Abigail O'Connor in the Dutch Lions net. Feels like it's against a run of play. A good counterattack from RKC, finding O'Regan and kind of letting her get some space and work.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Dutch Lions play out against this RKC's press and how they try and build the ball up further up the field.
McNeely heads the ball straight up and has to chase it down again and can't clear it. But wins it back, Megan McNeely, and finds help in Ella Labarski, who will take her space and now play out wide. Back into the midfield, Ella Skelton finds Shelby Bush. Bush looking to go long, drives it forward to O'Regan. Molly O'Regan back to Rochester. Looking out wide to Eleanor Rose-Piet, but out to claim it is Abigail O'Connor. So now RKC settling into it a little bit. Into the 13th minute we go. Chances coming for RKC to build out of the back, and now Dutch Lions will push forward on the goalkeeper signal. Abigail O'Connor wants her team to get up and will look to go long with this one. Bouncing ball chased down. And Bush able to clear it away. It's a poor deflection off of Bush and Bartlett, but able to collect is Micah Smith, who's been active. She's had a busy first 10 minutes, 12 minutes in this one, but hasn't been tested on a shot just yet. And now she'll go along with a drop kick of her own. Looking for Skelton. It'll find Rochester. Rochester hasn't really had too much space to work with in the midfield. As Skelton plays out wide, it's cut out well by Dutch Lions. And the Dutch Lions move the other way. Georgia Liapis. Long ball looking for the opposite direction. It's a great ball forward to Sydney Malaga. But Malaga's in an offside position. It'll be a free kick for RKC. A couple of offsides already for Chicago Dutch Lions in the early goings of this one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a boxy start to the game overall. Although both teams have showed some elements of skill and strategy, that it's been a very boxy start as no one's really grasped any great chances at goal or even scored a goal yet.
O'Regan and Skelton work together to maintain possession for RKC. Skelton out to Bush, who will step into the midfield a little bit to retain possession. And now Skelton goes long, looking for Piet, couldn't find her. Stadler with possession in the midfield. Being chased down, it's a poor pass forward. Malaga collects. There's Sydney Malaga. Lebarski able to cut it out. Hits Ella Skelton in the process, and now Eleanor Piet can get some space on the outside. Drives past her first marker, but can't get past the second. Rochester will collect. Finds Stadler. Pressure on Stadler, and she turns it over. RKC still battling to win it back, and there's Sophia King with the long ball forward into the path of Molly O'Regan. Molly O'Regan going for the dink, and it just flashes wide.
That is a great opportunity for RKC there to grasp their first goal, but unfortunately, they've just put it wide.
Here's a look at the replay of that one. I mean, everything right there. First time ball from Sophia King over the top to O'Regan. And as she moves forward, goes for the chip. Keeper off her line. Just couldn't find the back of the net. But there it is, the first real scoring chance for either side. And it's a great ball from Sophia King forward to Molly O'Regan.
Yeah, almost came out of nowhere. None of the Dutch lines, the back line, really had a clue where the ball came from King. But it was a great opportunity for RKC to put themselves on the scoreboard. But unfortunately, just put it wide.
Here's Molly O'Regan again. Battling through contact. It'll fall for Sophia King, who rolls it. And it's just wide again from Sophia King. Another opportunity for RKC.
RKC have really ramped up the intensity here in the first quarter here as we get 2 shots on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper, where they just both put it wide left of the goal.
And King had a lot of time there to assess her options as she went for a shot. Just couldn't find the target. So 2 great chances for RKC as the ball runs out of play on the far side for an RKC throw-in. I mean, talk about Chicago Dutch Lions having control of the game, unable to finish on their scoring opportunities. It's the same story now for RKC. 2 really good scoring chances, just unable to put them away.
Yeah, RKC not putting those 2 goals away might come back to haunt them later in the game if Dutch Lions pick up a goal here.
Still with the Dutch Lions. Stepping forward into the midfield. Good 1-2 play, and now running onto it. Lebarski's being chased down hard, and she's able to get a touch away. And letting it run out of play, Malaga will take it out for a throw-in, looking for Bartlett up top. Finds a swinging foot, and it's loose in the box now. First time shot flashes just wide of that top right corner. Great play again, and that time it was Baruti with the shot. Just missing the target. Both teams now, the game's opened up a little bit, and we're seeing shots for both sides, and both teams unable to find the back of the net.
Yeah, the safety locks have been taken off here as both teams are really starting to play, starting to get some shots off, and it's become a really entertaining game here.
Rochester is fouled in the process of RKC trying to clear it out. Shelby Bush was dangerous with the ball at the back there and lucky to get away with that one. One back by Ellis Simpson for Chicago Dutch Lions. And O'Connor, great ball forward to Malaga. Paraskos shields her off the ball well, finds Skelton. Stadler shouldered off the ball, and it's another turnover for Natalia Stadler. Ball forward will go right into the hands of Micah Smith. McNeely struggling to get the ball out of the back. Finds Piet, but she can't clear it out. Great ball in. And again, RKC coming out to defend hard. Last touch off of Malaga and out of play, so it'll be a goal kick for Micah Smith in the 19th minute. I mean, another golden opportunity for Chicago Dutch Lions.
Yeah, RKC almost overplaying it out the back there, really giving themselves up and leaving themselves exposed at the back to some great opportunities for the Dutch Lions there. But hopefully they seem to settle it down and start playing the football that we know they can play.
Piet shoved off the ball again. And now a chance to run at the RKC defense as Malaga has possession in the box and cleared away by Shelby Bush. It's out only as far as the Epis. Now out wide to Stewart. With space on the wing, back to the Epis. Skelton steps in, and Stadler will clean up the rest. Plays out wide to Eleanor Piet, and she loses possession of the ball yet again. Lebarski does well to step in and cut out the pass. Rochester battling in the midfield and finds a pass out to McNeely. McNeely's got O'Regan if she can find her. Instead, it runs out of play. Throw in for the Dutch Lions. Micah Smith comes out a little too late, and Lebarski does really well to maintain possession of the ball. Out to McNeely, who just plays it off of her marker and out for a throw-in.
So obviously see RKC really trying to play out the back here, trying to build the ball up, trying to avoid playing the long ball here, but it's leaving them very exposed 2v2 at the back, but maybe it'll pay off up top.
Another chance for Dutch Lions. Ball comes in and no one home for the visitors. Ella Skelton will run onto it with some space on the outside. Out to King, who can't maintain possession. Again, great pressure from Simpson and Olivia Anderson. And Lebarski just touches it out of play for a corner on the near side.
Corner kick Dutch Lions.
Will be good to see what kind of tactics the Dutch Lions apply here on the corner kick as they gather far deep into the box.
One player close to Micah Smith for the Dutch Lions. The rest of them all bunched up around the top of the 18-yard box on the left side. A few runners coming in as the ball is played in high, and it's headed towards the frame. Second ball in is over everybody and will be out of play on the far side. So a couple of good chances for for Dutch Lions on the corner. Just couldn't find that cross in. But the runs are there for the visiting side, and they're doing extremely well at trapping RKC in this defensive half. The Third Coast really have struggled to get the ball out. And again, the ball goes out to Micah Smith, who has to collect. Looking to go long to Sophia King. Now Malaga. Inside, good step in, an interception from Shelby Bush. Ball played up forward again, and Labarski able to head it up and away. Paraskos cleans up the rest. Only as far as the Epis, but Alice Skelton steps in. Sophia King goes sliding in. Foul called. King looked like she caught ball, but the rest of the process took out Ella Simpson, so it'll be a free kick for the Dutch Lions. It was a great slide tackle, but the Epis free kick headed towards frame, and Micah Smith comes out, runs into her own player. It's still loose in the box. The ball is still bouncing around. Someone's got to get rid of it. And instead, it's a shot flashing wide for Dutch Lions. And yet again, RKC, it's hard to describe it other than, I think, just disorganized at the back right now. Just can't find the players to connect passes to, and even on the defensive side, too many open players in the box on those set pieces.
Yeah, RKC was caught ball watching there as they all left their runners and left themselves really exposed. Really lucky to get away with not conceding a goal there, but some great works from both the centre-backs and the goalie to keep the ball out of the net.
Throw in for McNeely. Rochester will bring it back. McNeely prods it in to Piet, who whiffs on it and loses the ball again. Long ball forward looking for Malaga. Smith comes out, gets a touch on it, and is able to win possession back for RKC. Throws it out quick to Sophia King. First time pass and good 1-2 between King and Skelton. And Sophia King's touch is just too long on the near side and takes her out of play, out of room on the near side. King comes in with a tackle. And the Epis draws the foul for Chicago Dutch Lions.
It'll be really important for RKC to get Sophia King on the ball, as you've seen she's had a shot herself and created one opportunity already early in the game.
Ball played in long. Touched away by RKC. Out to King again. Her pass back is poor. And a chance again for Chicago Dutch Lions that goes wayward. Headed back in by the Dutch Lions. It'll fall now. Flicked up. Micah Smith comes out to collect for RKC. Rochester wins it back for RKC. Dropped into the midfield. Now up top looking for O'Regan. Couldn't find her. And the way that Chicago Dutch Lions have been pressing, they've effectively taken Molly O'Regan out of this game. RKC just can't connect the passes to find her. Stadler in the midfield. McNeely looking for O'Regan. Once again, the press of the Dutch Lions able to win possession back up the pitch away from O'Regan. McNeely steps in through contact, is able to win the ball back. And looking to go long on the throw in up to O'Regan. It finds Molly O'Regan on the far side. Still a throw in for RKC. Rochester's touch is a little too long and out of the back end for a goal kick for Chicago Dutch Lions. 25 minutes in, couple of chances for both sides, really, but I mean, how would you describe this first 25 minutes for the two sides, Ben?
It's been an interesting first 25 minutes. There's been a lot of boxy play where the ball has just been ping-ponging around the field, but then we had some great opportunities for both the teams to get on the score sheet, but it's incredible that the game is still 0-0 here.
A couple of really good chances for both sides. Now here's Malaga playing it out wide. That ball found Olivia Anderson on the far side. Now Shelby Bush with it for RKC. McNeely looking ahead. Connects back to Stadler, who's pressured hard. Finds Labarski, but the pass is out to Malaga, who takes a shot from distance, and it wasn't too far off there for Sydney Malaga. The shot from out wide, just missing that top left corner. But once again, dangerous again for the Dutch Lions, just capitalizing on these RKC turnovers.
Yeah, once again, sloppy from the RKC centre halves there, just making silly mistakes, giving great opportunities for the Dutch Lions to get shots off.
There's a player down for Dutch Lions as Molly O'Regan comes out. Abigail O'Connor able to play the ball away from O'Regan. It'll be McNeely for the throw-in for RKC. Into Rochester. Her pass can't find anyone, and out of play again. It's been a flat 25 minutes, I think is probably the best way to describe it. You have these moments where RKC has the ball in the attacking third, but just can't connect passes. And Chicago Dutch Lions, credit to them for defending well, but it feels like it's been RKC that have messed up their opportunities more than it's been Chicago Dutch Lions stopping the opportunities.
Yeah, they've both just been countering on each other's mistakes here, and it's been a very boxy half, but some great opportunities with some great players getting some shots off. But yeah, as you were saying, it's been a very boxy half, and it'd be great to see the teams come out and really get the ball on the floor and start playing.
Ball forward again. It's played out by RKC, and for Dutch Lions, it's been a very positive first half in terms of the press has been working to a T. They've been able to win the ball and keep the ball in the RKC attacking half, or in the Dutch Lions attacking half, I should say, for a majority of the game. They're getting these opportunities, just missing the target on them. So positive start for the visiting side in the first 30 minutes or so of this one. All played out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it'll be key for RKC to figure out a way to beat the press of the Dutch Lions if they want to have any success moving forward.
Once again, we're about half an hour in. It's 0-0, but that doesn't mean there hasn't been chances for either side. Molly O'Regan missed a chip over the head of Abigail O'Connor just wide to the left. Sophia King had a wide open chance in the box that she spurned wide. And on the other side, there have been a couple of really good opportunities in the box for Chicago Dutch Lions to get some opportunities to put the ball towards Micah Smith. But she has yet to really be tested on those opportunities as Stadler's pressured by two and is able to find Paraskos on the near side. Paraskos overstepped the ball, and it's touched out wide by the Dutch Lions for a throw-in. King takes the throw up top to O'Regan. Able to find Ella Skelton, who runs over the ball, and now a chance to counter for the Dutch Lions. Long ball up ahead, looking for Bartlett, but couldn't find her. And now Shelby Bush will run all the way back to retrieve it. She'll keep it in play. And now RKC with a little bit of space now to build out of the back. They're not faced by that Dutch Lions press, but now it comes, and out wide to Paraskos. Into Rochester, good one-time pass to Stadler. Now RKC building something here as King clips it forward, but it'll go as far as O'Connor. The offside flag is up on O'Regan anyways. That ball comes flying up into the stands. That was positive, though, from RKC. A little bit of space to build out of the back, and you saw the connection. Paraskos, Rochester, Stadler, Smith, able to get the ball forward and away from that defensive half with some efficiency.
Yeah, Rochester will be key for RKC building out of the back. She's just so good on the ball and turns and connects players so well that it's been really important for RKC to get her on the ball on the half turn and get her moving forward.
Smith, faced with some pressure, will clip it forward to Bush. Now out wide to McNeely. McNeely's ball forward is a good one if O'Regan can run onto it, and she will. Molly O'Regan steps forward, has Sophia King in front of her. King out to her right foot, steps past the keeper, who's on the ground now, but the cross can't find Molly O'Regan. Opportunities there for RKC. Abigail O'Connor's been equal to it every time.
There we can see what happens when RKC does break the press of the Dutch Lions there, where they're left 2v2 running at the goal with a great chance for Sophia King to get a shot off on goal, but she just takes it too wide. But once again, just showing you what happens when you do beat the press and why RKC are playing out the back.
Rochester, contact on the near side, looking to win the possession back, but instead it's played out. Last touch off of RKC for a throw-in, and out to take it is Jessica Stewart. Forward from Stewart. Rolled ball in, looking for Malaga, and she'll get there. Cross into the box, overstepped by the far side, Olivia Anderson. Chances there again for the Dutch Lions.
Yeah, interesting to see how RKC have now switched up the front line, bringing Sophia King more central to really help O'Regan out and really allow them to connect and link up. And as you can see in the first couple of minutes that they've been doing it, it's really been working here.
Miscommunication on the throw-in, and again, it's a chance for Dutch Lions to take advantage. Bartlett fires a shot, and it's in the back of the net. 1-0 to the visitors. As a shot, I think it took a deflection and found its way into the back of the net for Dutch Lions. Good shot from out wide. It took a bounce in front of the goal and just found its way into the back of the net. It's 1-0 to the visitors.
Yeah, that goal's really just come out of nowhere, as you just seen it bounce and hit the post and just roll in. I'm not sure if the RKC goalkeeper even thought that was going in the back of the net there.
But once again, it's an RKC turnover at the back that leads to a Dutch Lions goal. Or I should say a Dutch Lions shot that turns into a goal. So now RKC forced to play from behind as O'Regan, battling for it, takes down Iverson in the process, and O'Connor comes out to collect.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier on in the game, RKC really needed to take those chances that they got. They had 3 great chances to put some goals on the score sheet, and now they're 1-0 down, and it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, Bartlett with space again here. Some confidence through Dutch Lions, but coming across to clear it is Paraskos. And man down there for Dutch Lions. Looks like Malaga's down. Paraskos came across, got the ball, but then followed through and made contact with who I believe is Sydney Malaga, the right winger for Dutch Lions. So she'll get tended to. We'll step aside here on the RKC Third Coast Network. 1-0 Dutch Lions. Goal from Bartlett is the difference of this one so far. We'll be right back.
Located in southeast Wisconsin, come discover Racine County. Plan your visit today at visitracinecounty.com.
1-0 Dutch Lions. Took a quick break due to an injury for a player for the Dutch Lions, who's now walking off the pitch on the far side. But, I mean, Ben, we were talking about this while we took that break. It's just been a really slow start for RKC, and it's a team that looks like, I mean, really disorganized from the back, turnovers that are causing these opportunities for Dutch Lions to go forward and get those scoring opportunities. The Bartlett goal wasn't the only chance they had on goal for the Dutch Lions. And how does RKC change that, whether it's these next 8 minutes or at halftime? What does RKC have to do to change that?
Yeah, I think the group just needs to come together as a unit here and really like communicate and really get on the same page, as they seem very disorganized and a bit all over the place here. But I'm sure they've got it in the second half with a bit of input from the coach, especially. It'll be good to see how they can adapt their strategies, maybe play it a little bit safer out from the back, and keep getting these chances that they're getting. Because if you're looking at the shots and stuff here, they could be up here 3-0 if they finish their chances here. But hey, it'll be interesting to see how this game plays out.
The clock continues to tick here, but we're going to get a fair amount of extra time at the end of these first 45 minutes due to the injury to the Dutch Lions player. And right now, only 10 on the field for the Chicago Dutch Lions, as Malaga gets attended to.
Excuse me, Malaga, the injured Dutch Lions players stepped off for Dutch Lions.
Ball forward again from RKC. Dutch Lions maintain possession. And it finds Bartlett up top for the Dutch Lions. Labarski able to cut it out for RKC. But right back into the path of Olivia Anderson, who then turns it over. Ball out wide to Paraskos on the near side. Paraskos moves forward, plays it up top to King, who's running down the near side. King's ball in. A second chance opportunity clipped in by Stadler. King will go at it again. Now Paraskos. Paraskos can't get it off, but it's touched last off of a Dutch Lions player. Contact on Sophia King. And possession goes the way of the Dutch Lions. So last touch off of King and out of play. Turned over in the midfield, a chance for Skelton to move into space. Out wide now to Piet. Eleanor Piet steps in. She goes down. Foul called. And this is a golden opportunity now for RKC. Right in the wheelhouse for Molly O'Regan. 25 yards out. And on her preferred right foot as well. So this will be Molly O'Regan all day. And a chance for RKC really to climb back in this one.
Yeah, RKC have bring it back a little bit, brought the intensity back since the little break we had there, and it's good to see.
Molly O'Regan lines it up. Here's O'Regan firing, and it's wide of the right post. The chance was there, but just couldn't wrap her foot around it. And that ball, line drive out of play on the far side. Dutch Lions with possession. McNeely now runs in a circle, is able to find a pass out wide to O'Regan, who's running onto it, and is able to keep it in play. O'Regan rolls it back. Piet, first time ball in, and it's a poor one. Again, I mean, RKC with tons of time on the wing, and you force that ball first time, and it leads now to a counter for Bartlett. Paraskos unable to hold her. Continuing to blow by is Katrina Bartlett. Already one goal today. Her shot searching for that top left corner. It's a great strike from Katrina Bartlett. Just couldn't find the target. And it's wide again from the Dutch Lions striker.
Yeah, she carried that ball really nicely, really demonstrating some top-level speed there to get around the RKC backline.
Kindergarten through grade 12. To learn more about their fantastic educational offerings, visit RKC.com today.
Throw in taken quickly from RKC, and it's a chance now to work forward. Piet can't find the pass out wide, and well, that sums up the first half for RKC. Disconnect between the players, back to front, and missed opportunities in the attack.
Yeah, but neither team have really capitalized on all the opportunities they've had here. RKC are lucky it's only 1-0 here, and they've got opportunities to bring it back, but Dutch Lions also have other opportunities that they really could have put it away and really put this game to bed. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, only going in 1-0 coming into the halftime break.
Tell him the ball needs to be in the center of the frame. That's all you got to say. Play outside again. And now Dutch Lions moving forward. There's a shot saved by Micah Smith and cleared away by Shelby Bush. It's off and out of play. What's the save brought to you by Camp Shutout, the official save sponsor of RKC Third Coast in 2024. But that second clearance was dangerous. It's out for a corner kick.
Shutout.com, corner kick Dutch Lions.
So a shot and a save from Micah Smith finally called into action where she can get a stop on the ball. But it leads to a corner for the visiting side, who are up 1-0 already and have looked dangerous on set pieces. Ball driven in. Labarski watched it go by her. And now Piet can move forward for RKC. Piet rolls it into O'Regan. Space out wide if RKC want to counter, and O'Regan just couldn't control the ball. Now the counter for the Dutch Lions. Forward again to Bartlett. Onto her right foot, driven in low, saved by Micah Smith. So after the injury to Malaga, we've got 4 minutes of additional time as the Dutch Lions have played the rest of this first half with only 10 players on the pitch. King holding on to possession for RKC. Battles past her defender. Now it's 4-on-2. Sophia King rolls it in, couldn't find a pass. Goes sliding in with her foot and couldn't get a touch on it. Adriana Baruti holds on to possession for the Dutch Lions. Out wide to Olivia Anderson, and Bush clears away. Now Rochester. Last touch off of Chicago Dutch Lions. Throw in for RKC. McNeely will take it. Skelton plays it off of the Dutch Lions, and we're into additional time here. 4 minutes, a minimum of 4 minutes in this one. Dutch Lions still only playing with 10 on the field. Not wanting to use their substitution window in the latter half of the first half.
Yeah, rather strange from Dutch Lions here, not bringing another player on with, as you can see, they got a good 6 to 7 players on the bench there that they could be bringing onto the field, but they're choosing to only go over to 10 here, hoping that maybe she can make a return.
Either that or just trying to save that substitution window. You only get 3 of them to make all 7 of your substitutions, but the halftime window doesn't count, so maybe you bring someone on at halftime. As the ball goes out wide and Dutch Lions leave it for a throw-in, so RKC throws it in with a minute and a half gone into the minimum of 4 minutes additional time that we've got at the end of the first half. Bush goes long, looking for O'Regan. Flicked on, looking for King. And Sophia King wins it back, clips it forward. King battling. Clearance out wide. And a chance to move forward for RKC. King's ball in. And O'Connor collects easily for the visitors.
Yeah, once again, great play from Sophia King down this left side. She's really taken up this more central role and taken a lot of that responsibility on board.
Ball cleared forward. Rochester heads it back. Bush clips it away. And again, retained possession for Dutch Lions, bursting through the midfield. Now a through ball up ahead. Micah Smith will come out and collect.
RKC really look uneven at the back there with the line dropping and sometimes stepping unevenly and just creating lots of space for the Dutch Lions to open up, and they've been taking advantage of it, but they just haven't been able to find that second goal here.
Well, if there's a team that looks like it'll score next, it looks like it will. It has been the Dutch Lions who have pressed harder and found themselves in more scoring opportunities as we approach the closing 2 minutes of this first half. There's a ball forward for Skelton to O'Regan, and a great defensive tackle there from the Dutch Lions to clear it out of play. O'Regan wants to take the throw in quickly. And it will go to Skelton, back to O'Regan. Flipped into Rochester. Out to King. King's shot from distance, just over the bar and out of play. Well, good connection there. I mean, when RKC are connecting the passes, they're finding some space, and that was Sophia King who laced one from distance and it just flashed over the bar.
Yeah, we are seeing some flashes of quality here from RKC, although overall in the whole half they've been lacking it. Here we have seen some quality that hopefully they can be more consistent with in the second half.
Final few seconds of the first half. It's Katrina Bartlett who scored the opening goal for Dutch Lions off of an RKC turnover. But maybe one final chance to burst forward for McNeely. And there's halftime. 1-0 your score.
Score. Chicago Dutch Lions 1, RKC
1-0.
0.
At halftime, we'll take a step aside. We'll be back on Action Returns at Pritchard Park.
Located in southeast Wisconsin, come discover Racine County. Plan your visit today at visitracinecounty.com.
back for second half action at Pritchard Park as we get set for kickoff in half number 2, and we're underway between the two sides. 1-0 thanks to Katrina Bartlett in the opening half. It was around the 32nd minute, I believe, when that one went in. It was an RKC turnover that turned into a chance for Bartlett to just fire one past Smith in the back of the net. And the Dutch Lions back to 11 players, subbing off number 17, Sydney Malaga, who went down with an injury, and bringing on Eva Bohr, number 18, as there's a ball over the top. Offside flag is up on number 31, Paige Krastowski, who's another substitute for the Dutch Lions. She comes in on the right side in place of number 8, Olivia Anderson. So both wingers off for Dutch Lions and new wingers on for the visiting side. For RKC, it's one substitute. Off goes Eleanor Piet. On comes Athena McGinn, who steps into the midfield right away and looks to play a pass to Rochester. It's a good pass from McGinn to Rochester, but couldn't be brought down by the UAB player. And now it's back in the net with O'Connor. And O'Connor fires it away out of possession.
Yeah, the Dutch Lions have seemed to start the second half as they ended the first half, really playing balls in behind there and getting almost a good one-on-one opportunity, but it's just called offside. But yeah, they started well, look composed on the ball. RKC really need to try and apply some pressure here and try and upset their composure.
King can't get in to the ball first time, and now the ball is played out by Dutch Lions. McNeely will throw it in. Her throw-in finds King eventually, but she turns it over. Labarski steps in. Will roll the ball forward to Rochester. Couldn't find her. Another turnover by the RKC defense. And now Dutch Lions drive forward. Great 1-2 and a through ball in, and there's Dutch Lions through. Flag stays down. Smith stays home. She saves the first. The second is turned in. And it's a goal for the substitute, Eva Bohr. Off the Micah Smith save, it's 2-0 to the visitors.
Yeah, as we just said, RKC have come out of the changing room lacking that enthusiasm and that energy that they played with in the first half. And the Dutch Lions came out with the same energy, same intensity, played straight from the first minute, and they've reaped the benefits here with an early goal in the second half with a 2-goal lead, making it a lot more comfortable for them. Maybe they can take some of that pressure off and really try and start to play with the ball here.
Down to Sophia King. Looking forward to O'Regan, and it's out of play on the near side. Throw in for the Dutch Lions.
Goal was scored by Eva Bohr. It came off the rebound from the dunk by Lily Code. The goal came in the 48th minute. Bohr from Code, 48th minute.
Ball turned over. Here's O'Regan stepping forward. Looking for an option. Out to Rochester. Clipped back into O'Regan. Left-footed strike. It's saved by O'Connor. I mean, chances there again for Molly O'Regan, but the shot just a little too soft at the back end for Molly O'Regan. And O'Connor able to make the save. Stadler steps in. Rochester. RKC connecting a little bit. Here's Skelton. Played out wide to King. King keeps it in possession. Steps past her marker. Fires in a left-footed cross. O'Regan flicks the header on, but it's kept away by the Dutch Lions, only as far out as Paraskos, who clips one back in. O'Regan flicks it on. Clearance only as far as Skelton. Ella Skelton hits off the legs of Dutch Lions and off the back of Skelton and into the path of O'Connor. Well, chances left, right, and center there for RKC, finally picking up some intensity for what seems like the first time in this game, stepping forward on the press, getting the ball in the attacking zone. but still nothing in the final third for the home side.
Yeah, that second goal is definitely woken RKC up, though. It's good to see that as they're starting to play their football that we know they can play, and hopefully they start reaping the benefits and they can get a goal or two back.
McGinn out wide to King. King's first time ball clipped forward to O'Regan. It's too far. That's worked before for Sophia King, but this time just couldn't find that first time pass forward to O'Regan. Skelton battling with McGinn, one back, foul called.
The goal credited to Katrina Barthel. Forward from Barthel, 48th minute.
Ball over the top to Bohr. Brought down well, but defended better by McNeely, and the foul called as RKC will get a free kick on the back end. Bush steps back.
It'll be interesting to see how RKC adapt their risks level here, as they really need to scramble and try and get a goal or two back here early in the second half if they want any chance of winning this game. But at the same time, if they concede a third, it could be detrimental and they could be out of this game completely.
Finds Bohr on the near side. First time ball forward. Smith not coming out to collect that one, which means that Dutch Lions will set up shop on the near side. Back out to Bohr. Cross comes in, it's over the head of everybody, and Smith will pick it up. Up to O'Regan. Skelton has King in front of her, couldn't find the pass. It's a great run from King, and Skelton couldn't find her. A chance to counter the other way. Bartlett, first time left-footed shot over the bar and out of play on the backside.
Yeah, the Dutch Lions are really not holding up here, really taking a lot of chances here, getting the ball around the RKC box a lot here. RKC are going to have to really dig deep and get through this rough stage and try and develop themselves back into the game.
McGinn does well to bring the ball down, finds Skelton. O'Regan's made a run through if anyone can find her. Instead, it's out wide to Rochester. Brielle Rochester on her left foot. The cross takes a deflection, and Dutch Lions regain possession. O'Regan showing press and cleared away up to Bartlett by the Dutch Lions. Dutch Lions hold on to possession. Good interworking pass there from the Dutch Lions, but Bush and Labarski able to connect to hold on to possession. Bush goes down. Possession remains with RKC. Now McGinn. Looking for King. It's cut out well by Chicago Dutch Lions. Quick throw in from King up to O'Regan. Can't control it. Skelton commits a foul in the process of winning the ball back. Back to Iverson. 53rd minute of play in this one. Possession won back by Rochester, but she can't really do much with it.
Yeah, I can see you really need to get higher up on the presses here and really get that back line further up the field so the gaps aren't so big here for the Dutch Lions to play through.
Rochester brings it down. Nothing doing for RKC. Really struggling in that attacking third as McNeely steps over the ball, wins possession back. McNeely will get it back again. Out wide to King. McNeely makes the overlapping run. King just goes long with it. Searching ball forward, and once again, no one home for RKC. It's an easy pickup for Abigail O'Connor.
Yeah, RKC really need to make sure they don't get desperate here and just kick the ball long. Keep trying to play the soccer that they've been playing, and hopefully the opportunities will come that way.
On the far side, out of play. It'll be a throw-in for RKC. 30 minutes to go, needing 2 goals, the Third Coast. And you're missing one of your most creative players in Haley Christensen. who scored twice in the opening game. Excuse me, scored one and assisted an own goal in the reverse fixture down in Chicago at Aurora University. O'Regan opened the scoring. RKC was handed a red card at the start of the second half. Emma Paraskos picked up a red card. And then Dutch Lions scored on the ensuing free kick after the red card, but then 2 goals, one from Haley Christensen from outside of the box, and the other, it was a cross in from Haley Christensen that was turned in by the Dutch Lions. Final score in that game was 3-1 RKC.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see how Haley would have affected this game, as she's almost become RKC's superstar here.
Ball kicked out from the back. One back by RKC and Brielle Rochester. Rochester still battling. Wins a foul for RKC. And a free kick. She wants to take it quickly. We'll roll it in and find McGinn. Out wide to King, who stabs at it. Couldn't control it. McNeely wins it back. Now back to Bush. Bush across to Labarski, who's able to get there before the press. Stadler holds on to possession. Now out to King again. O'Regan giving chase. Ball out, and it'll be a throw-in for Dutch Lions now.
Yeah, this game's become almost very cagey again, as it was in the first half, but this is good news for the Dutch Lions, as that clock is slowly ticking away and RKC's chances of getting back in this game slowly disappear. But here we have a set piece here.
Foul called on the Dutch Lions. Sophia King will stand over this one. You got O'Regan around the box for RKC. As King drives this one in. It takes a deflection off the wall. It's loose in front, and it's a save from O'Connor. Last touch was O'Regan, so O'Regan there on the set piece, but O'Connor equal to it.
Yeah, that's another great opportunity for RKC to get a goal here, and just slightly missed.
The free kick took a deflection off of the wall and found O'Regan's foot, but she couldn't find the back of the net. Again, a great chance for RKC. It's 3 or 4 now that really could have been goals for the Third Coast, and obviously hindsight is 2020, Ben, but if you put even just one of those 3 chances in, it's a totally different game.
Yeah, it's crucial. It's crucial to take your opportunities here, like especially in games like this where it's very cagey and it's very end to end and very ping pong with the ball and it's just back and forward. It's so essential to take your opportunities when they come in. That's what the top teams and the top players do.
Ball forward for the Dutch Lions down the right flank. Bush can't get in the way, but eventually Labarski does clear it out. Paraskos can't keep the ball in play. Headed away, and Rochester clears it, only as far as Simpson. Dutch Lions maintain possession. Out wide to King. Up to O'Regan. Now Skelton. Looking for Rochester out wide. It's a good ball out wide to Rochester, who can get there. Rochester looking for the ball in. Deflected away by Dutch Lions. Again, chances there for RKC, just can't connect in the final third. It's been the story the whole night for the Third Coast.
Yeah, the Dutch Lions have been very good at getting back, getting numbers behind the ball, and really closing up any opportunities that the RKC have to get a shot or a one-on-one opportunity.
Lubarski's pushed as she chases the ball. It's a foul called on the Dutch Lions. So it'll be a free kick for the Third Coast with under 30 minutes to go in this one, and a 2-0 lead for the visitors. Both teams sitting on just one win this season. RKC do have a draw to Bavarian United that have them ahead of the Dutch Lions in the standings. As that ball works its way through, and Micah Smith will have come out to collect. Smith quickly out to McNeely. Down the near side, McNeely wants to go long to O'Regan. It's a good ball forward. O'Regan's onside. Molly O'Regan, one-on-one down the right side, showed too much of the ball to the defense, and it's cleared away by the Dutch Lions. King will throw it in quickly. Back to O'Regan. It'll go back to McGinn. McGinn drives in across. It's going to fall to the top of the box. O'Regan will recover. Molly O'Regan onto her left foot. O'Regan's shot. It rolls right into the hands of O'Connor. Left foot of O'Regan just couldn't find a chance to really test O'Connor. Every shot towards her has been a pretty slow roller, except for the one that she saved on the free kick that was just right in her breadbasket. I mean, something's got to change here. When you're getting those chances, you have to try and test her just a little bit.
Yeah, it's just really not her day today. She's getting some great opportunities, getting some great shots off, but nothing seems to be finding the back of the net. Hopefully later in the game she can find her mojo and get this game kicked off and hopefully get a couple goals here for RKC.
Skelton out wide. King, first time ball, looking for O'Regan. Once again, just runs long, and O'Connor collects.
Will be interesting to see if either team makes any substitutions going into this final game for the Dutch Lions to try and close this game out with a 2-0 lead that they have, and they're very comfortable in that. Or for RKC, as you can see them going to the bench now to maybe switch something up and bring some new energy, some new life, and hopefully some goals to this RKC team.
Quick stoppage in play as a referee has a discussion and now has the ball. As we wait to see what's going on. Looks like a Dutch Lions player walking off on the far side due to an injury as a trainer comes out to take a look. No sub ready for the Dutch Lions, so right now it looks like they will be down again to 10 players. It's Bugler who steps off. And yeah, 10 field players now for RKC until Bugler is back or they sub someone on. As the ball played forward, Bush can't control it. And Bartlett forward again. McNeely giving chase. Bush wins it back. Pass forward looking for Skelton, who runs over it well. And now Ella Skelton can push RKC forward. Here's a pass to O'Regan. Molly O'Regan from well outside, thought about the shot, instead goes to Skelton. Skelton fires from distance, and it's comfortable for O'Connor. Well, the chances are on target now for RKC, but now they're just right at O'Connor in this second half. They've got more chances on goal, but O'Connor still, I mean, everything's been comfortable for her. Right into her hands. Fifth save of the night for Abigail O'Connor. Parasco steps into the midfield. Her pass out wide, cut out well. Touched outside by Bartlett, now to play. Two subs on for RKC. Alexis Betker, one of them. She'll come on for Natalia Stadler. And off goes Shelby Bush as well for the home side. Looks like it'll be Anna Blankenberg who steps on for RKC. So Blankenberg steps on. It'll push McGinn to the back line. And a back three for RKC now. So McGinn, Lubarski, Parascos, the back three. Four in the midfield now is McNeely, Blankenberg, Skelton, and Betker. And up top, King, Rochester, and O'Regan. Attacking changes for RKC as they look to get a couple more chances on goal.
Yeah, as you mentioned, going into the 65th minute here, RKC really need to try and up the pressure here and try and get at least one goal to make the final 15 to 20 minutes really intense and really put that pressure onto the Dutch Lions here.
Ball overran. Now Blankenberg applying pressure on Bartlett. Excuse me, that's Eva Bohr. Played back to Iverson. Iverson clips it forward. It's going to run long here. If Paraskos can hold off her player, she does. It's a great ball out to Kristowski, but just a little long for the winger for the Dutch Lions. After this one, only 2 more games left in the season for the USLW League side. A home matchup against Rochester FC on Wednesday. And then to close out the season, a home matchup against Minnesota Aurora FC on Saturday. We've got 2 more men's matches as well to close out the season. Thursday night at home against Thunder Bay, a team that they just fell to 2-1 last night in Canada. And then to close out the home slate for the USL League 2 season, it's July 3rd against Rochester FC. As the men's team just needs to win all their games, and they're in the playoffs. They still control their own destiny. But one loss would effectively push the RKC USL League 2 side out of the hunt for that second place playoff position.
Here we see these phases of play are really, really good for the Dutch Lions here as the minutes just slowly tick away and they maintain that 2-0 lead with no real risk to their own goal here. And it's been a great second half from them as they've really upped the level.
King connecting with McNeely. And Megan McNeely is taking out sliding challenge in from Georgia Liapis, and it's won back by McNeely. And again, another sliding challenge, and the whistle blows this time. McNeely stepping over to the ball.
There's some real aggression shown there, and all 3 of those challenges is great to see from the girls as they really try and get stuck in this game as we come into the 68th minute.
Player down for Dutch Lions. Looks like just fixing the cleat as the substitute comes on for Chicago Dutch Lions. And it looks like it is the sub for the injured player in Brittany Vugler, who had stepped off earlier in the game. As McNeely stands over this one. McNeely goes long. It's headed away. Back in by Liapis. Good ball forward from the Dutch Lions. Flicked into Bartlett. Labarski taken down. Free kick for RKC. Played quickly out wide to King. First time ball ahead from King. Didn't work that time. McGinn aware as Blankenberg looks to go wide. Plays it off of the Dutch Lions defender and out of play. Quick throw in up to Rochester. Ball finds Blankenberg.
Lily Coe came on in the previous substitution for Dutch Lions FC. She replaced Brittany Bugler, who has stepped off.
Ball's out wide for the Dutch Lions, who hold a 2-0 lead with just over 20 minutes to go in this one, plus a fair few minutes of stoppage time. We expect a couple of injuries and stoppages. Betker heads it out of play. Dutch Lions wanting to move quickly. Eva Bohr. Labarski lets it run. Paraskos will chase it down for RKC. Back to Micah Smith. Her clearance deflects off of a Dutch Lions player. Betker battling forward in the midfield. Finds Blankenberg. She looks to go long. Rochester will have a long chase down. And Dutch Lions comfortably play out of the back. Rochester still battling for it. Wins possession back for RKC.
Will be interesting to see when RKC try and adapt new strategies, maybe throwing some more players forward as we come into the closing 20 minutes of this game. So it'll be essential to see how RKC really try and get some more shots off and goal and really try and push for at least one goal here to really put the pressure on this Dutch Lions back line.
Throw in taken quickly, and RKC still struggling to connect. 70 minutes into this one, it's been the Dutch Lions who have just held on to possession in the majority of the second half. Chances haven't gone in for the home side, and still continuing to put passes together, really, for RKC.
Yeah, this has been the top performance from the Dutch Lions so far. They've really demonstrated some great defensive and offensive capabilities here, putting in 2 goals past the RKC goalkeeper, as well as just blocking out all the shots and and blocking out all opportunities for RKC in the second half.
Poor pass out wide, and it's Dutch Lions who can move forward again. Ball forward to Bartlett, who turns her defender. McGinn drags her down. It's going to be a yellow for Athena McGinn. It's a great turn from Bartlett there as the ball played forward. Wasn't perfect for her, but she found a way to adjust to it.
Yellow card, RKC begin at 72nd minute.
Free kick from about 29 yards out for the Dutch Lions. 18 minutes left in this one. Ball comes in. It's an outstretched foot from the Dutch Lions. Last touch off of RKC. It'll be a corner kick for the Dutch Lions.
Dutch Lions are looking dangerous from these corner kicks as they group up on this far side corner of the box, and then they all run in very direct, leaving a lot of opportunity for RKC defenders to lose their man. And it's a great tactic here. It's interesting to see how it gets implemented here and how RKC try and deal with it.
Ball comes in. It's punched away by Micah Smith. Second chance cleared away by RKC. Out wide, another opportunity. It's a high curling effort. I think that one clipped off the bar. Well, it was a great shot from out wide. And I thought they hit the football bar, so I was assuming it was going to be a goal kick, but turns out it hit the crossbar and remained in play. RKC lucky to get away with one there. Another chance for the Dutch Lions to move through. Cross comes in. This time it's over everybody and out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Here, the Dutch Lions players are just full of confidence, as you can see, having some great shots from far outside of the box, and it just clips the top of the post there. So it's great to see them playing with so much confidence. It'll be interesting to see if this can turn into a third goal for them or not, or if RKC really can develop themselves back into this game.
It's a poor pass from Micah Smith. And now Liapis can step forward for the Dutch Lions. Physicality from the Dutch Lions to maintain possession. Ball clipped forward. Intended for Bartlett, but out of play, and ball is rolling now to the corner. Paraskos looking to shield it out, and she does. Goal kick for Micah Smith. With 15 minutes left to go, Ben, I mean, to sum it up, it just felt like one team came out here and wanted it. And I think the Dutch Lions did that from minute one, continually pressing forward, continually finding the right passes to break through a lackluster RKC press, and RKC really just kind of let it happen. Let the Dutch Lions pass through them, work through the midfield. Dutch Lions took advantage of turnovers and made their moments count in this one to take that 2-goal lead. And then from there, it was just coasting for them, able to pass it around the back. No one pressing for RKC as they moved forward. Just a complete performance from the visitors. But really a step back for RKC in terms of play style.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see because RKC normally have been playing with so much intensity and have just slightly lost out on games here. And the Dutch Lions have been the opposite, only winning one game this whole season. But yeah, the Dutch Lions have really brought a new intensity to this game that we haven't seen from them all season. And it's really great to see some of the girls really step up, take some of that responsibility on board, and really come here to RKC's home ground and put 2 goals past them. So, but we still have a couple minutes here in the game, and hopefully we get an exciting end of the game.
Offside called, so it'll be a free kick for Athena McGinn and RKC. Headed on by Betker. It's away by the Dutch Lions, spinning towards the near sideline. McNeely wins it back. Skelton with some space in the midfield. Looking for Rochester out wide. Skelton will win it back. See, it's Labarski who gets possession back. Now Betker. Back to Labarski. Skelton now wide. Paraskos. Finds Rochester. Rochester into Betker. Betker can have a shot. It's just over the bar. Well, finally, some connection for RKC, but once again, the shot just not there as Betker had a good look and fired it over.
Yeah, good play from RKC. Some great ball movement, and then a great shot from quite far outside the box. Still not quite penetrating the box as much as they would like to, but a good strike from outside of the box.
Bartlett holds on to possession for the Dutch Lions. Ball played forward. Smith calls off for defense and comes out to collect.
Yeah, here we see RKC still trying to play out the back here, staying to their roots, and even though it's not worked for most of the game, it's still trying to make it work. As we can see in the first half, where they played outside of the box, played out from the back, and then they had that great 2 opportunities that led to nothing, unfortunately.
Our RKC first saves are presented by Camp Shutout. Camp Shutout is the largest goalkeeper camp in the world.
Ball spinning around for the Dutch Lions. It hangs up and now just out of play for RKC Third Coast. It'll be a throw-in.
Here we see RKC go long again as they struggle to build out from the back once again into the second half here, as it's just not quite connecting for RKC yet, and the Dutch Lions are still connecting, still applying a lot of pressure to that back line.
Battle on the far side for the ball. It's won back by RKC into the final 10 minutes.
Here we can see the game just really simmered down. There's a lot of low energy going on here, and it's just really been box to box here now, and it's working out ideal for the Dutch Lions as those minutes just slowly tick away, and their victory becomes closer and closer.
Dutch Lions hold on to possession on the far side. We're into the 79th minute of play. And it's been the night for the Dutch Lions. It's been a great night for the Dutch Lions. Just seems like every single possession has gone their way, and it has for good reason. As there's a ball up, searching for Sophia King. Instead, it's won back by Dutch Lions, and Abigail O'Connor goes long. McNeely heads it backwards to McGinn.
Player off on the far side there, as we've seen them pick up an injury. It'll be interesting to see how bad it is and if they can continue.
Wait to see who it is here for RKC. It looks like it is Betker. Driving the hamstring. And RKC will just continue play. Rochester to Blankenberg.
Becker steps on for RKC.
McGinn to the near side. McNeely. Just touched it out of play. It's another turnover at the back end for RKC, and well, Dutch Lions will just comfortably have possession of this one.
Yeah, RKC down to 10 men here. It's going to be a struggle here trying to get a 2-0 lead back. But yeah, silly mistakes like that just can't be happening when you're trying to chase a game like the Dutch Lions have given you 2 goals.
Play finds Bartlett, long range shot, and it's comfortable for Smith.
Will be good to see RKC try and go long here as they go down to 10 men and try not to rest too much and try and avoid that 3rd goal going in.
Looking for Skelton, headed on by Dutch Lions. First ball, second balls have all been Dutch Lions tonight. As that one goes long, intended for Skelton. Just barely brings it down. Now up ahead to O'Regan, but the ball running long. Out of play by the Dutch Lions. RKC will press forward. And now it's out on RKC, so a Dutch Lions thrown on the far side. Story of the night for RKC, just unable to do anything in the offensive zones. And turnovers hurting the team. And Dutch Lions playing some really good soccer tonight in terms of maintaining possession. Players like Bartlett and Iverson, who have really stood out as just calm on the ball, knowing what to do in the back end for Iverson and the front end for Bartlett.
Yeah, the game has become really stretched now. As you can see, the backline of RKC really dropping quite deep and still making mistakes here. But yeah, the game has really become open, and this is only going to favor the Dutch Lions as the minutes slowly tick away as we go into the final 5 minutes.
Rochester will play it out wide to McNeely. McNeely cuts past her defender. Drives one long to the other side in Skelton. Skelton looking in. No one there. As she just fires the ball in right into the heart of the Dutch Lions defense. Now Rochester. Up to O'Regan. Now Rochester again. Cuts to her left. Finds Blankenberg. Her shot deflected. Cleared away by the Dutch Lions. All the way back out to Labarski, who's chased down by 2 Dutch Lions players and was forced to play it wide. And now the Dutch Lions comfortable to hold on to possession in the final 6 minutes or so of this one.
Yeah, Dutch Lions just look so comfortable on the ball here, just playing out the back with so much composure and just look really relaxed compared to RKC, who is really rushed and really just a lack of coordination from some of the girls here.
Blankenberg can't find anyone. And Dutch Lions can set up shop in the attacking third again. Good step pass by Liapis, but can't find that second pass. Cleared away momentarily by RKC out to McNeely, and she'll just go long. It's going to sit right in the midfield. Miscommunication by some Dutch Lions defenders, and now a chance to break forward for Paraskos. Sliding challenge from behind. Down goes Paraskos, and yellow card shown to number 12, Katrina Bartlett, for the Dutch Lions. She scored the opener for the Dutch Lions. Now she's in the books with a yellow card for a tackle from behind.
Yeah, other than picking up the yellow card, she's had a great game, really demonstrated some real speed, some real strength, and really causing a lot of issues for the RKC backline.
Labarski leaves it for McGinn with 5 minutes to go in this one. McGinn goes long. It's driven in to O'Regan, who can't find anyone with her touch. Two players colliding there as yellow card shown to Sophia King.
Yeah, the game's really come low. Lots of fouls been given out, and the ball's been in set pieces quite a lot of the time, and just really slowed down, which was only benefiting the Dutch line here. As it seems to be the story of the night. They just took in control of the game, and RKC really haven't had any way to reply to that.
Good step in by Iverson. Ball runs out of play on the far side. Dutch Lions preparing 3 substitutions here for the final 86 minutes. RKC still only playing with 10 after the injury to Betker. Good backheel flick, and there's a chance to break for the Dutch Lions. Ball rolled in for Baruti. Her extra pass cut out well by McNeely. Driving down the far side. It's going to roll in the box. No one home for the Dutch Lions in the 86th minute.
Once again, RKC lucky to get away with not conceding a goal there, as they left very exposed. The 2-man Dutch Lions players running through on goal, but with only one RKC defender there. But yeah, once again, very lucky to get away with not conceding a goal, as the Dutch Lions look to their bench to make some substitutions.
3 subs for the Dutch Lions as they look to close this one out. Onto the pitch for the Dutch Lions is number 24, Brinkley Douglas, as well as Sarah Bella Murray. And Gracie Swick. So Gracie Swick, Sarah Bella Murray, and Brinkley Douglas, the 3 subs for the Dutch Lions.
On in the previous substitution for the Dutch Lions, Brinkley Douglas, Sarah Bella Murray, and Gracie Swick. For Simpson, Katrina Barthel, and Adriana
Baruti, Barthelt, and Simpson, the 3 that come off.
Both corners are presented by the Prairie School. The Prairie School in Wind Point, Wisconsin is a private.
As Paraskos runs into a challenge on the far side, but maintains possession momentarily. Turns it over. Here's Bella Murray. Options to her left, running free in. Chance to shoot for the Apis. Great save from Micah Smith. Well, Sarah Bella Murray just onto the pitch, does a great job of winning possession back from Paraskos. Laid the right pass in to Liapis, but Micah Smith comes out, makes a great save with her left foot.
Yeah, that's a huge save just to keep it at 2-0 here as we go into the final minute of play. But yeah, that's another demonstration of the Dutch Lions just dominating the game here and really breaking through with those 2 players, those 2 strikers, just demonstrating that speed, agility, and that connection that they have just to be able to pass that around the RKC back line.
Rochester can't bring it down.
Here we have an offside, but yeah, once again, the Dutch Lions just really applying that pressure to RKC's back line. RKC almost look defeated as we go into hopefully some extra time here, but yeah, this 2-0 is almost lucky for RKC, as it could have been 3 or 4.
Could have been 3 or 4 for the Dutch Lions as RKC continue to drop down in the standings after
3 minutes on stoppage time.
picking up their first win against the Dutch Lions earlier this season. They fall. If the scores hold, they'll fall to the Dutch Lions and fall to the bottom of the standings in the Heartland Division. With only 4 points on the season, this would be the Dutch Lions' second victory after one of the craziest upsets of the season. Away at Chicago City, the Dutch Lions were able to pull off a 2-1 victory over last year's playoff team in the Chicago City SC. That's how the Dutch Lions picked up their first victory of the season. They're looking to pick up their second. They can hold it out through stoppage time here and push RKC back down to 7th place in the Heartland Division standings. Three minutes of extra time in this one as O'Regan holds on to possession, finds McNeely. Brought down by Skelton. Skelton rolls it in to nowhere, and it'll be comfortable at the back end for Chicago Dutch Lions. It'll roll out wide and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Iverson in that back line of that Dutch Lions is really just showing her level of experience as she just commands her teammates around the field, shouting, "Do not foul," as we come into the closing minutes of this game. And it's a really, really good key information there, just making sure that they don't give away any silly fouls or silly penalties here.
Chance to break forward for Sarabella Murray, who's got pace. But it's back into the hands of Micah Smith. Rolled out to McNeely. Blankenberg rolls it back to Rochester. Into the 92nd minute. Just 1 minute left for Chicago Dutch Lions to hold on to possession and win this one.
Yeah, the Dutch Lions have approached this game well. They've planned very well. It's very obvious that they've done their research on the RKC women's team here, as they've just really dominated this game from front to top. And it's been a great display of skill, and not only skill but also strategy that's just really worked for them.
On closing stage of this one, there's a great through ball right past Paraskos, and a shot fired in, saved by Micah Smith. But that will probably do it here. I mean, 2-0 for Dutch Lions, front to back, just domination, continuing to take advantage off of turnovers. RKC came out flat, played slow, and really couldn't do anything with the ball. They had chances, missed them all. It's been the story of the night and story of the season for RKC. Unable to take advantage of chances coming their way, and against a team like this, you have to take advantage of chances. A team that's motivated to get out of the bottom of the standings, and the Dutch Lions will do exactly that with their 6th point of the season, a victory over RKC Third Coast, and push RKC Third Coast back down to last place in the Heartland Division. As we close this one out, McNeely fires in across. It's away only as far as Sophia King. And there's the final whistle for Ben Harrison. I mean, one final time, Ben. I mean, final thoughts on this one. Dutch Lions, incredible game played by them.
Yeah, RKC had 1 or 2 chances in the first half, but other than that, the Dutch Lions just really outplayed them in all aspects of the game there. It's been a top performance from them, and as you can see, their motivation and their desire was just simply too much to handle for RKC tonight.
That'll do it from here at Pritchard Park. 2-0 your final score. The goal scorer is Katrina Bartlett with the opening at 1, and then from there it was 1-0 at halftime, 2-0 the final for Chicago Dutch Lions. For Ben Harrison and everyone else up here, I'm Arnav Pokhrel. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time, Wednesday night. RKC Third Coast hosts Rochester